computer. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back on. Like I might need to change hats. What up, what up, what up? Waiting till a few more folks get in here. What's up, Marcellus? How you doing? I am glad to be almost done with this COVID. And I just want to talk to people about it real quick and my experiences with it. A lot of stuff that I don't think that the media is telling folks. And I really feel like I need to speak on it because you wouldn't know if nobody opened up their mouth. I know it's a lot of folks that's been caught it. And I just want to talk about my experiences about it real quick. Yeah, I had COVID. That's why I ain't been in the group. That's why I ain't been to the store. I ain't did nothing. I've been locked. Oh, y'all had it too? Yeah, this stuff's crazy. I can't help but to say this stuff is man-made. I don't know. One minute I was up, the next minute I was down, then I was back up, then I was down. Still lightheaded than a mug. Um, I coughed, and the first time I coughed, it hurt like heck. I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was gonna have to make an emergency room visit right then and there. Oh, you had it in October? Wow. Yeah, it's stuff serious. This is not a joke. Um, my uncle passed away from it, and this was before I went to Myrtle Beach. He had passed away from it, and he was in a nursing home. What's up, 12? Gone. How you doing, man? Decided to get on here real quick and talk about my experiences. Has nothing to do with t-shirts, but still, this is some stuff that people should know. I feel like I wouldn't be right if I didn't tell folks about it. So, yeah, back hurting, shoulders hurting. It's like no getting away from that restlessness. Sleeping at odd times of the day. We doing a heck of a lot better. You know, my wife got me on 152 vitamins over here. So I feel like the vitamin king, for real, for real. But I'm going to list all the vitamins that I took and all the things that I did, and hopefully to help somebody that's going through it. Because I would hate to have to battle this by myself or to not have some significant others to call upon. And I believe that's what the problem is. I believe, like, first off, before I even get into any of my beliefs or anything, thank God, because it could have been a different way. It could have went out a different way. Things could not have went in my favor. Thank God, first and foremost. Um, Now, I didn't know that I had COVID until something was wrong with my body. What I mean by that is I was laid out, um, laid out. My wife had got up to go to work, and she came back like an hour later talking about she couldn't do it. That moment then is when we figured out that we had COVID. How did we get exposed? My wife was taking care of a patient, and the patient didn't know that they had COVID. End up getting sick. I don't know how, but it somehow got on her. She came home, and just like that, me, my wife, and my oldest daughter Alexis caught it. Everybody else in the house cool, no symptoms, no fevers, no backaches, no nothing. So I'm like, I know we got the separated fences up, and we all stationed in certain parts of the house, and we all face masked up. I don't know how it got to just us three and didn't affect the rest of the kids, even though we are keeping them separated. But that's what happened. So this whole time, um, I like to get up and go. Y'all know me. I'm like, boom, like when they come to work, I gotta be at work. I gotta be doing something. I'm not one of the people that can just sit still and not do nothing. Even during this time with me having COVID, I've been unable to just sit still. It's not in my nature. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm wasting time when I'm just sitting still. And yeah, I gotta get over that because you know your body gotta heal, whatever, what not have you. That day that I found out I had COVID and I couldn't move and I couldn't do nothing, I knew it was real. Y'all, I'm 39 years old. My big butt was crying like a baby, and the kids don't show symptoms like adults. My baby had it and just seemed like a cold. That's the thing. My kids didn't catch no cold, thank God. My kids ain't complained of nothing. And my kids, they still running, he-man, jumping, making noise. I got some younger kids. Y'all know I got 10 kids total. And I got about 6 younger ones. Alexa's about to be 18. She ain't ready to go to college here soon, but they running around the house, you know, playing the game system, eating Cheetos, doing all of that. You know, God really covered us. We was protected. So my kids, they was normal this whole time. Now, like I said, we've been separated in certain parts of this house. So whenever it comes to eating, you know, we would make sure that we was going somewhere so the kids could cook their little meals, whatever. And I got a 14 and 15-year old, so they contribute a lot to the cooking right now. Or they would do some DoorDash or whatever, order pizza, however, just so we could eat. But my whole even rant for getting on this live is to talk about some of the things that COVID does to you. COVID is not a joke, and in the beginning it was very funny. People was talking about people buying tissue and all the food in the house and like, what's up, James Pat? Yeah, we doing swell. We're better. Not all the way 100, but thank God we done came to where we at now. The effects of COVID is real. If it's not your back that's aching, it's your head that's pounding. If it's not your head that's pounding, it's a crazy fever. If it's not a crazy fever, it's a crazy cough, like a hack. And it starts off dry. So the cough is completely dry. So you imagine that. That's what causes your back to hurt because you're coughing and you're not producing anything. Which it didn't happen for me like that. That's how it happened for my wife. My wife's been coughing since she's caught it. And her coughs haven't been dry. She actually had the phlegm come up, whatever. I didn't. I'm cool. Y'all know, I don't know if y'all do know this. I smoke black and milds. So I'm thinking like if I had some phlegm laying dormant or anything, it's gonna come up regardless because I smoke. Well, I hadn't been smoking, so I hadn't been coughing. There was no indication that I had mucus in my chest. The day I found out I had mucus in my chest was when I started taking a Mucinex Severe. It's like a $30 box. It's a green box, say Mucinex on it, and it removes like the phlegm. The phlegm is what's killing people. You may not have a cough. You may not feel sick. You may just have some little bit of symptoms. That mucus is what's killing folks. I start taking the Mucinex. Stuff starts unloosening in my chest. I lose my sense of smell and taste. Now, I'm just now able to taste a little bit. I still can't smell nothing, y'all. Um, my 9-year old was making some toast yesterday and was playing Fortnite. So y'all can just about imagine how that go. Fortnite got too good. She forgot that she was making toast. Now she was doing it the old-fashioned way. She put the toast in the stove, walked away. Which one of my rules in my house is when you cooking, you never walk away. You're not allowed to go back to your game system. You're not allowed to do nothing until you are completely done out the kitchen. But me being lack of being me because I was laid out on the couch exhausted, didn't pay no attention to it. I see smoke, y'all. I can't smell nothing. I just see smoke. I'm like, why do I see smoke coming from the kitchen? This time that she had put the toast in the stove, I was asleep. The time that I woke up, I see smoke. So I run to the kitchen because I'm like, oh man, something on fire, and I couldn't smell it. I go to open up the stove. The toast is burnt, burnt crispy, Superman black, blacker than the handle of these scissors right here, black, black. And I'm like, Mariah, what, you had some, you put some toast in the oven. She was like, oh yeah, Dad, I did. I was like, well, it's burning. I'm like, missions abort. You got to throw that, the toast in the trash or whatever. And she apologized. She felt bad about it, but it was Fortnite. So she gonna tell me Fortnite had her locked up to where she couldn't go to get the toast, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm like, girl, you forgot you was cooking and got all into that game. So that right there, that is one of the symptoms, not being able to smell nor taste. That's a horrible thing right there. You go through your life eating and tasting stuff and everything's so good and juicy, and then you get something and you eat it and you can't taste it. You like, wait a minute, this is some BS. For real, for real. But that's one of the symptoms that I'm going through, and I cannot wait to get my sense of smell and taste all the way back fully restored. That day I do, I'm gonna make me the best steak. Um, some things that they don't tell you though is, yeah, they say you need rest, but they don't tell you how you should rest because they can't tell you how to rest. One thing for sure, you cannot lay on your back. You lay on your back, it seems to keep draining energy out of you. If that makes sense. I laid on my back the first night. I woke up that next morning and was sore, sore. Sore like I had been beat up. Sore to the point where it took everything I had to lift my body up off the bed to stand up. Same with my wife. Remember, I told you at the beginning, my wife felt very, very, very sore. She's hacking, I'm not hacking. So she gets like, my wife's in the emergency room. She's the emergency room nurse. And then she also works on the med surg floor, which them is technical terms. I can't. All I know is med surg nurse in the emergency room. She was telling me about this regimen of vitamins we was gonna have to take. I'm thinking, cool. We're gonna probably take like one big multivitamin. Maybe some orange. What's that? What is that called? Vitamin C. Some vitamin C. We're gonna be cool. No, my wife got me on like silver, which is to build your immune system. So anybody that has COVID, you need silver. Some of the long term effects of silver is that you're airborne too. Silver is, if you take too much of it, it can change your skin color. Your skin color can become faintly gray. Now I'm guessing you got to be drinking bottles of silver for this stuff to happen. Stuff look like water. Silver, it I can't taste, but if I was to say it tastes like anything, everything tastes the same to me. Tastes like water. I'm not sure if there's an aftertaste to it, but it's called silver. What it is it builds up your immune system. Very, very important. The second thing, airborne, like you said, or some best defense, which is nothing more than vitamin C, and it has 1,000 milligrams of the vitamin C actually in it. Zinc and some other things. Uh, Tonic water or alkaline 9.5 alkaline water for sure. Zinc is another thing. We got zinc two different ways. We got like zinc cough drops, which I wouldn't recommend to nobody. Then we got zinc like in a pill form. What else? Elderberry. Elderberry is cool if you're an adult. You cannot give elderberry to children. It can have some reactions, some adverse reactions to children, so you cannot give children elderberry. But me and my wife have been taking elderberry. Mucinex, the strong form, the $30 box with like 10 pills in it. That's the best way to describe it. That stuff is super stupid expensive. We spent $300 on vitamins, by the way. I didn't go get it from a Rite Aid. We originally went to go to a Rite Aid, but the Rite Aid just didn't have the right formulas or concoctions for us. And when I say we went, we didn't go nowhere out of the house. We went on their website, and you can have the stuff delivered and dropped off to your house. So that's what we did. And in Ohio, we got this place called the Raisin Rack. The Raisin Rack is like a holistic Whole Foods natural store. Some of the stuff that you will find in there is the real vitamins. You know, the ones that's expensive, but the stuff is real. It's not some watered down version of the vitamin. It's the actual vitamin, and it's expensive. Vitamin D. We've been taking vitamin D. Hold on now. So I told y'all we take zinc every day. We take Best Defense, which is vitamin C. We've been taking Mucinex every day. We've been taking Tylenol for the fevers. Tylenol not only helps with fevers, but it also helps with body soreness. So that day that I was real sore and didn't know what to do with myself, it seemed like nothing worked. Now, there's two versions of Tylenol that you can use. That's either the pill version or the liquid version. For us, the pill version didn't take away the fever, it didn't take away the body aches. The liquid version, it was 500 milligrams. That stuff works like a charm. You can get that at Rite Aid or any holistic natural food store. You need to grab that. Um, what else? Plenty of water, hot liquids like teas and definitely home remedies, cayenne pepper, honey. That was something I got from my mom. Just put like half a, now it's gonna sound crazy, half a tablespoon of cayenne pepper, and then you cover that whole half a tablespoon with honey, and you just take it straight like that, just straight like that. Yeah, it burn a little bit, but it's like a form of Mucinex D. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna clear you out regardless. The cayenne pepper kicks. So that. What else? I told y'all about the silver. Um, Rest, and then the way that you have to rest is like I said. You can't lay on your back. You can lay on both shoulders. The best way to lay, as I've been told by my wife and by the doctor and by the health department, because the health department been calling me every day, is to lay on your stomach. The thing about laying on your stomach is in the middle of the night. I told y'all I didn't cough. But taking that Mucinex stuff, it forces the mucus to come up out of you. So you laying on your stomach, right? You may be in a cold sleep laying on your stomach. That mucus is coming up. You're going to cough. It's coming out because that's what the Mucinex does. It breaks that stuff up. So a lot of times, like I had people tell me that they didn't know they had mucus and that they've been fine. I think everybody gets mucus. I think the fact that it doesn't come up in a way that when you cough, people just may not notice that they got it. And that could be the real reason why people are passing away. So by the time you notice that you got that mucus in you and it's been crystallized, that stuff breaks off. And now it's just floating around in your system. You trying to get it out and you can't. You have breathing problems, high blood pressure, overweight. All of these different things play a factor in that. So, with that being said, the best thing to do is to get you a Mucinex or some type of something that brings it up out your chest. Like I said, y'all, the whole reason for me even getting on here is because COVID is real, and I've had family members pass from it. I've had friends pass from it, and I think it's more to like how you took care of yourself and the things that you needed. Now, y'all know I talked to Junior, and that really hit home when he passed. But some of the things that he told me that he was doing before he passed, just it didn't sound, like he knew what he needed to do. So we had started suggesting things, prior to him going to the hospital. I had talked to him, and we was like, well, you got your vitamin C's, you got your zincs, you know what I'm saying? You're staying on your side, you're not laying on your back, things of those nature. And one of the last things I remember him saying to me is that he can't breathe. That can't breathe is that mucus stuck in your inner lining. Listen, it may not be runny. You could be breathing normal and everything, not having no phlegm come up. That stuff got to come up out your body. You need to take Mucinex regardless if you have phlegm or if you don't have phlegm. All of that got to come up out your body. So I say that to say this. If you don't got none and you got COVID, you got some, it just ain't came up yet. And you need to get that stuff expelled out your body. Once again, this is just what my experiences have been, and I'm hoping to help somebody else so they don't go through it as harsh as I did. Mask up in public, y'all. The hand sanitizer, all of that. Now, they told us once they release us, because the health department has been in constant contact with me every day, you still ain't going to be whole after we release you. So you can't catch a cold for the next, what did they say, 90 days or something crazy like that? It was like because your immune system is compromised. So if you catch any type of cold, it can easily turn to pneumonia after having COVID. This is after having COVID and getting better from it. So you still gotta keep up with the regimen that you've been on. So yeah, I'm going to be released from the state. I'm going to be released from my doctor, and I'm going to be able to go back to work. But I'm still going to continue every vitamin. I'm still going to continue doing my breathing exercises. I'm still going to continue limiting myself going out in public. And like I had spoke, 12 will tell you, I wasn't like I knew COVID was out there, but I wasn't letting it stop me from doing certain things. So I'm still in traffic, I'm in public, I'm going here, I'm going there, even eating out. Y'all, I ain't eating shit out. Excuse my French. I'm not going to no restaurant. I'm not doing none of that to where I can be in the line of catching COVID again. Because COVID, you can catch again. They say it take up to 90 days. That's a fucking lie. That is a lie. You can catch COVID, get cured from COVID, and then turn around and catch that shit right again. You know why? Because there's so many different strains of COVID. My sickness with COVID and what I was going through was not the same sickness as what my wife was going through with COVID. We had similar symptoms, but the stuff was different. Like I would say she initially started showing symptoms before I showed them. So I'm thinking, okay, I know I'm about to be hacking because she hacking. Never happened. She's coughing up phlegm. I'm not coughing up phlegm. She didn't have a fever, or she had a fever. I didn't have a fever. My fever and stuff came a couple of days after her fever. My soreness came a couple of days after her soreness. Yeah, going up and down steps, it's a wrap. That took everything. Like these little steps I got behind me, I'm used to darting up and down them like it ain't nothing. Took everything in me to get up them damn steps, y'all. Then I gotta go up another set of steps to take a shower. You know what I'm saying? I got a bathroom down here, but my other bathroom is like on the third floor. So I'm at the bottom floor right now. There's a set of steps. This is a whole fully. I'm not gonna show y'all my room because it's hit right now. It ain't worth looking at. But this whole bottom floor is open to me and my wife. Our room is down here. We got a bathroom down here. I got my studio down here where I actually do shirts and stuff. But then on the second floor, you got your living room, your TV room, and in and out, front and back door, whatever. But then you got a third floor where there's another bathroom at the kids' rooms. Going up the steps is a mug. And as much as it hurt, we still did it. We went up, came down, went up, came down. It's another thing. They tell you can't lay around all day. Do not lay around all day. I don't care what it takes. Get up, walk a couple of steps. If you got to, sit down, get back up, walk again. I thank God that I've been up. I keep getting up. And in the middle of the night, we had alarms going off. So the first couple of days, every 4 hours, we would rotate. We would get up. My wife has her alarm set. I had my alarm set. I made sure Alexa's alarm was set. So this is how it would go. She would go to sleep from like 12 to 4. Y'all know me, I'm a late out. I'm already up. But then I'd be passing out somewhere around 4. But she wouldn't let me sleep no later than 8:30. And she would get me up. The reason why is because the longer you lay, the worse you're going to be when you get up. And it took everything for me to wake up, y'all. I ain't that hard of a sleeper. I'm usually a light sleeper. I can hear things. But since I've had this COVID, it's like you fall into the dream and you in there. You out cold. But by the time you get up, if you ain't got night sweats or none of that craziness, then you'll feel like lightheaded, dizzy, uh what is some shortness of breath and very dry mouth. Like I haven't drank anything but water. Today I drank some Coca-Cola, which gave me a little boost. That's why I'm on here. Cause I got a boost. I got a caffeine surge for real. Um, but I feel like people needed to know that. Like I don't care what it is. You need to stick to a plan. If it's gonna work for you, and keep at that plan, and never give up. Never quit. I don't care how sore you is. And if you don't have nobody, it would be wise to reach out to somebody and say, "Look, I ain't got nobody. I don't got no significant other. I'm in this house battling this shit by myself." That's where the danger lies in when it's just you by yourself because then you're completely self-reliant. Thank God I have a family and my wife is all on it. My parents and stopped by. One of my homeboys from down the street stopped by. And these people they also went and got groceries because we couldn't go outside. Another thing I talk to y'all about is I wasn't going outside. Yesterday was my first time going outside, breathing that fresh air. It felt good, but it hurt like a mug. I hit a mile, and the first time was cool. The second time was cool. The third time I hacked like a mug, and I can contribute that probably to Mucinex and that phlegm coming up out. Um, I just pray for anybody that get it. That you stay active. I know it's hard to stay active. I had that push from my wife. I had that push from my kids, but if you by yourself, man, you got to get somebody there. You got to have somebody that's calling and constant check on you, um, or you can succumb to it. It's not a joke. And here's another thing: 1 minute you feel fine, the next minute you don't. The next minute you feel fine, the next minute you don't. That's another crazy thing about it. Just when you think you're getting better, you wake up the next day, you be like, damn, I thought I was over all of these symptoms. There they are, right back. Right back. And that's really what I've been going through now. Like every day, I could tell I'm progressively getting better, but it initially starts off with the shortness of breath and lightheaded. Every day I've been lightheaded, and I have high blood pressure, so I take high blood pressure medicine, Inapril, HTZ. So it's got like a water pill in it too. But that I didn't know what was going on. I got blood pressure cuff here, and one day my blood pressure was like irate. I was debating if I should go to the hospital or not. So I ended up drinking some water, taking my blood pressure pill. I had laid down for a couple hours, got back up. I was cool. But just being aware of the signs, because some of the signs people don't pay attention to, and sleeping. Sleeping is going to be, what's up, Texas? It can be, that's ultimately what it could be to get you, is that daggone sleeping. Like, I slept a whole day. Now, today, y'all, I slept at 3 o'clock. I went to bed yesterday after snowfall. I watched snowfall and was up for maybe like an hour or so after that, and then passed out. I got up today at 3 o'clock, not knowing that it was 3 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God, the whole day gone? And, that was because I had got up, after the little 4 hour break, then laid back down. And once I laid back down, my body just went. I was done. But yeah, the vitamins is very, very, very important, y'all. Staying up on your health is very, very, very important. These people out here ain't telling the truth, really. I mean, they telling you a little bit, but they ain't telling you at all. And as a person that's been went through it, this is not a joke. I'm still not 1,000. I'm gonna have to get back to you, Frankie, on that. Um, you just gotta, whatever it is, man. You gotta fight. Do not give up on the fight. Please do not give up on a fight. Don't just lay there and just succumb to whatever it is. If you want something in life, you got to fight for it. And that's what I really got on here for, is to tell people about that. Look at my daughter peeking through. But um, I'll be back at y'all with more content. I'm coming this weekend, coming strong, and we're gonna go hard. And if y'all got any questions, please hit me up on COVID related. I will definitely help you out as best as I can. If you need a direct, detailed list of what vitamins and medicines I took, because I didn't take no prescriptions. No, the hospital didn't give me nothing. My doctor didn't give me nothing. Everything that we took came from over the counter. I just so happen to have a list that I know has been working for everybody else. Every time, what, Frankie? Every time that I sleep late, I'm very sleepy in the morning. Yeah, bro, this is like a different type of sleep though. It's like, I don't know, falling deep in and just completely like out of it. I don't drink, but if I was to get drunk and go to sleep, it would be that type of sleep. You know what I'm saying? Or if I partied hard somehow and went to sleep, that's the type of sleep that I'm talking about. And that happens like crazy. Oh yeah, I'm definitely on the road to recovery. Hopefully Saturday they're gonna have me do this little COVID test again and read negative. I'm out of the fire. Not completely out of the fire, but at least out of the woods and on my road to recovery. But like I said, the virus can you can recatch the virus right after having it. They say you got 90 days. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. And then they say after the 2 weeks of being sick, you are susceptible to catching the cold, the flu, pneumonia, all of that because your immune system is weakened. So if you had COVID, I would still continue to take every multivitamin that you got. And that's another thing. I'm taking a multivitamin. Um, if y'all need a list of what it is exactly that I take, I'll help you out. Hit me in my inbox. But I just want to update y'all. I know this had nothing to do with t-shirts. I think this is stuff people need to know. If y'all got any questions, hit me up. I appreciate y'all. Peace.